I couldn't think of what kind of tea I'm drinking right
It's like
now.
stomach digestive.
Hi everyone, my name is Camille, and I'm really excited to share my quiet time tips with you. Number 1 is to wake up early. In Mark chapter 1 verse 35 it says, "Very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, went off to a solitary place where he prayed." I really love this scripture because Jesus gives an example that waking up early before the sun is out is super spiritual, and I love doing that. For me, I have to wake up at 5 a.m. because I have to leave my house for work at 7, and so waking up at that time gives me the opportunity to get in my prayer, to read my Bible, and to get ready for the rest of the day. Tip number 2, make your time with God special. I love making my times with God special. I love making it feel like I'm on a date with God. Some of the things I do to make my time with God special is I'll make myself my favorite cup of tea in the morning. Right now I'm drinking a lemon echinacea tea, but sometimes if I feel like I need an extra boost, I'll drink tea with caffeine in it. Something else that I love doing is lighting a candle. The one I have right now is grapefruit scented. It makes me up in the morning and it makes me feel fresh. Lastly, I love making my times with God special because I'm communing with God. And I learned that the word communion means exchanging thoughts and emotions. And I really feel like that's what I do in the mornings with God, in my prayers and in my quiet time. Tip number 3, singing. I love opening up my quiet times with a song. One scripture that I love reading about singing is Psalm chapter 13 verse 6, and it reads, "I will sing the Lord's praise, for he has been good to me." I love singing songs from the Kingdom Songs book, and one tip that I have for you in terms of singing in the morning is to think deeply about the lyrics. They really touch my heart, and whoever wrote them really was connected to God. I love being that connected to God in the morning. Something else that helps me is not caring what anybody else thinks, especially because a lot of the times I'll have my quiet time by myself. I'll just sing however my heart pleases. You don't have to be a top-notch singer. It just has to be from the heart, and that's what God appreciates the most. Tip number 4, prayer walks. Going on prayer walks in the morning is very helpful for me in my relationship with God because 1, I get to connect with God through prayer. 2, I feel like it's just me and God, especially because it seems like everybody else is sleeping. Lastly, I love going on prayer walks in the morning because it gets my blood flowing right in the morning, and it's really fun. My last and final tip, tip number 5, use a notebook. This is the notebook that I use in the morning for my quiet times. It says, "This girl runs on lattes and a dream." I feel like that's very accurate for me because I love coffee and I love making God's dream my dream. Get a notebook that inspires you. I love using a notebook because it helps me to log what I'm learning with God, and it allows me to go back and to see how much I've grown since then. The second reason why I like using a notebook is because it helps me to organize my thoughts. Lastly, having a notebook next to me when I'm reading the scriptures helps me to engage with what I'm reading. It's active reading for me, so that way, if I'm confused about a scripture, I can write it down and think about it deeply so that I can understand more of what God's message is for me in the morning. So there you have it, my 5 tips on having a great quiet time. What are some of your favorite things to do in your quiet times? Leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button for more. Thank you so much, and to God be the glory.